flowers are finally blooming. Look at that. It's so yellow. Good morning. We're recording. Okay, so it's a Saturday and it's a super good day. I've been thinking of changing up the height of my low desk. Now this is a little bit of an experimental kind of desk setup I'm having currently because I have two desks right now. So I have the normal height desk and the low desk, which I've bought from Carousel, individual parts. And yeah, I'm gonna change this out. So I want to decrease it by 30 cm, and I need to decrease it by this much. Just about right. I got 3 more legs. Let's go. I think one of the most difficult part is to know how even or equally length table legs are, because right now it is a little bit wobbly and I am actually using the camera stand because it has this, I don't know, what do you call this, to know if your camera legs are evenly, this one. But currently I'm seeing that it's a little bit even out right now, so that is good. I'm gonna leave this height for now and I'm just gonna put back my stuff and get on with it. So we have a problem because I lowered down the height. This plug doesn't fit in as much, so now it's kind of in a very weird way. So I need to find a way to fix that. It's either I move this table a little bit here so it will have a little bit of space on this side. Okay, so I think we are finally done, and I've not really sat on it yet, but we are gonna try right now. Okay, let me put you on a tripod. I think this height is pretty good. It is much lower by 5 cm, and I've read online that your arms have to be at least 90 degrees on your tabletop. Now this is not exactly 90 degrees, but it is a lot comfortable than I ever did before. So that is really good. And since we're in the talks of desk, maybe I'll give you a little bit of productivity desk tour. I've not done any of those, so that is a little bit new, but I think it's gonna be fun. So let's get started with that. So this is my current desk situation in my room. My room is quite small, but I was able to put in 2 desks. One is the 120 cm length, and the other one is the same length as well, so 240 cm of table length right here. And I have the normal standing desk compared to a smaller low desk. So this is the experimentation that I've been trying out for the last 2 weeks, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But as of now, let's talk about the standing desk that I have. So this is a normal standing desk that it can go up and go down to like a normal height, and normally I would use this for my own media, YouTube consumption, and I don't really use this for work for the last 2 weeks because I've been trying to use this for a more productive way. So for now, this is where I watch all of my videos. This is where I eat my lunch, my dinner, if I'm gonna be eating inside my room. And I do have this 32-inch monitor. This is from Samsung. This is actually new, and I'm still trying to get used to this big screen because I came from a 24-inch monitor right here, and it is quite good for watching YouTube or Netflix, Disney Plus, and things like that. But it's something that I need to get used to because it's really like on your face. But it is a good purchase as of now, and it is held by a monitor arm right here, so there'll be more space on my tabletop. I have the speakers from Creative and a cute little Sminsky, super cute, and I have the Logitech camera and a cute little Sunny Angel. And right here on my tabletop I have the Keychron keyboard that is made out of the wood plate, and that is kind of cool actually. Now this cute little thing is from Toys R Us. This is one of those fidget toys that you keep on pressing like a keyboard, and I took one from my niece and nephew when they bought one, and I just integrated with my entire setup, so that is really cute. I have a few cute stuff on my desk, and I have this wrist rest cushion because the height of this keyboard is a little bit higher and I do get a little bit strained over time. I have the Logitech mouse and this cute pink cutting board that I purchased online as well. And just right here is my, what is this? This XT Ink X4 Pro. This is the touch version. So this is my current e-ink reader that I'm currently using with a cute little Sminsky keychain right here. So this is glowing in the dark, super cute. This is just a gift, and this is my work laptop and some notebook. So that is my main table. And my chair right here, now this is like a really cheap chair that I got from Shopee. This is like $50, but it still works except for this kind of fabric. It is very itchy, so I put in this little cushion, and I have this back cushion as well. Looking at our low table, now this is an entire new setup. Now this tabletop is, as you can tell, there are like some weird stains going on, this spiral thing going on. This is a very used tabletop that I got from Carousel. Now in Carousel, they're selling this for $9. So that is why I got this, because I wasn't sure if a low desk situation is for me. So this is something I'm trying to experiment. And in Singapore, they don't do low desk. They only do a normal table to a standing desk setup. In America, I found a couple of companies that does that, but girl, that is so expensive. It's too expensive, plus the shipping fee to come to Singapore. That is crazy. So I just came up with like a DIY. I searched Reddit. They have a low desk subreddit, and that's where I kind of find my inspirations on how to make my own DIY low desk. So what I came up with is to get a separate tabletop that I got from Carousel, and I have this adjustable legs right here that I got from Shopee. Now this thing is 25 cm to, I believe, 40 to 43, 45 cm. So I have that leeway to manage the height of my table and see which one suits me best. So my first setup was actually 35 cm, and I've recently changed it to 30 cm just to test out if that height is better for me. And I've tested it out just now. It is a little bit better. So that is definitely good news. I'll be testing that out for the entire week and see how that goes. But getting on what I have on my table, first off is my monitor. This is my original monitor. This is from BenQ. This is 23 inch. And I have my Logitech keyboard right here. And I just have my Type-C just to connect to my MacBook, to my work laptop, so I could just sit here and do a little bit of more productive work. And this is my pegboard from IKEA. I have a couple of stuff hanging here, like my pens, my cables, and whatever necessary things that I need. And at the back here, there are way more stuff. So this is just my notebooks that I use like for journaling, trackers, and things like that. And on top, more notebooks. And I'm not too sure. This is my sketchbook when I do some sketching and some light paint. And my travel journals. So just a couple of things that is hanging in here. That side here is just a little bit of notebooks, and I have this blue file, which is mainly where I do a lot of my personal studies. Like I'm currently studying like Python, SQL, just for my own self-learning, and this is my iPad. As for my seat, now this is a floor chair that you can easily get from Shopee or any online marketplace. I prefer sitting with a back. Initially, I was just sitting on this on the floor. I have to double it up with my cat cushion right here, but my back really hurts so much over time, and I really need a back rest. So I got myself this backrest, and it is good. It can do different angles. So if I want it to be more back, so if I want it to keep it, it will be like this. So you can keep it under your table or like under your bed. But if I want to change the different angles, I have this. So you can change it whichever angle you want. So that is really convenient to have, and I usually have it at this angle. When I lean back on this, it is pretty sturdy and pretty strong that I don't have to worry to put my entire weight on it. So that is a good buy. And one last thing is this lamp that I got from IKEA. It is a clamp, so I will have more space on my desk. So that is my entire setup that I'm currently rocking right now. It does take a lot of space in front of my window, but that is still good. I'm just trying to figure out if low desk is for me, but if not, then I'll probably get this tabletop and replace it with this, because this table have a crack at the back because it is very thin, like 1.6 cm thick. This is about 3 cm thick, so I think this is more sturdier than this at the moment. So I will just test this out. If this is not for me, then I will replace the tabletop of my standing desk, and I would free up this entire space and just think of what other ways that I could use up this space for. Now, my experience with low desk, it is a mix of good and bad, but number one thing for me is that when I was sitting in my normal desk, I like sitting with my leg on top of my chair, and over time I've kind of noticed that that is something that I like to do. When I eat, I do that. When I work, I do that. So, or like folding my legs like crisscross. So that is something that I like to do when I do a lot of work on the computer. So just a couple of months back, when I watched like a couple of videos that is showing low desk environment, that kind of intrigued me if it's something that I would be interested in testing out. So that is why for the last 2 weeks I've been doing that. And it does have a lot of advantages because I like to move my legs a lot. And they do say that sitting on a low desk would have your back posture straight. But honestly, it really depends on the person. I don't feel like my back got straightened for the last 2 weeks. If I'm being honest, it is more painful to be sitting on the floor in a really low chair and with no backrest at all. So that is why I got this backrest chair. So that is really important. If it's something that you want to try out for yourself, I think it's best to get a proper floor chair that can really support your back eventually, because girl, it really hurts. So it gets really uncomfortable over time. Yeah, I've been going back and forth with my original desk setup to my low desk because sometimes it does get uncomfortable. It is something you have to get used to. Right now, I've made a little bit of changes like the height of my table because the last 2 weeks, it is something that I've noticed that the height of my table, it is too high. This 30 cm. I feel like it's a good height for me. So that is something I need to test out for this week in a couple of weeks. So yeah, that is where we are right now with my low desk situation. It is an interesting experiment. Would I suggest to have people test on this? Depends on you. If it's something that you like to change your legs situation, maybe it is something you can think about. And yeah, it's been fun experimenting on this.